Yo, what's going on, Heat fans? You guys having fun yet? Did you guys like what Pat Riley just did? I hope you did, because he got a lot for giving up a little bit. Dang, this guy is the godfather. Pat Riley is the man. Simple as that. We're gonna get into it. I'll let you guys know my reaction. Thank you for joining me. It's your host, MA of the Heat Vlogs by. It's been a while, but thank you so much for joining me. And this is our trade deadline episode, I guess. Thanks a lot, guys. All right. So, as you guys all know for sure already, Victor Oladipo is now part of the Miami Heat. Yes, Victor Oladipo. And we got Bejlicia, Nemanja Bejlicia, Nemanja Bejlicia. Close enough. All right. So we got him too. And who did we give up for those two players? Unfortunately, I'm a little heartbroken on this one, guys. Honestly, I know Heat Twitter, Heat Nation was a little down on this guy. But Kelly Olynyk, I'm gonna miss Kelly Olynyk, guys. I think he played 4 years with us, almost 4 years, 4 seasons, and he was nothing short of a professional, a true professional. Played hard every game. I thought he gave it his all. Yes, he had his limitations. Yes, he wasn't always the best player out there, and yes, there's nights that you're just frustrating to watch. But hey, man, honestly, I enjoyed it. I like the skill set. I like that he can shoot the three. I like that he can dribble. I like that he was a little more offensive savvy with his IQ, and I thought he got better defensively and rebounding throughout the season, especially this season. I thought he did a really good job defensively most of the time, compared to a couple of seasons before. But you know what? Kelly O's gone. Sad to see him. Avery Bradley, I had high hopes for Avery Bradley. I thought he can still be a contributor on this team if he's healthy. Who knows if that's going to be the case? And, whatever. We lose him. There wasn't enough to really be attached. Though I still think we could have used that depth. But it is what it is. We get Victor Oladipo. And there's a pick swap in there that's never going to happen in 2022. So it doesn't matter. And then with the other trade for Bejlicia, we give up Mo Harkless. And Mo Harkless, I was totally wrong about. I hyped him up way too much on this channel. So, yeah, don't worry about Mo Harkless. I don't think anybody's going to miss Mo Harkless. I don't miss Mo Harkless. Bye-bye, Mo Harkless. And then the other guy that was attached to that was Chris Silva, which was always a raw guy. And I think the reason we let go of Chris Silva is just because we got Precious, Precious is the Silva now. He high energy, more athletic, more length, more of an energy motor, a little bit smarter, but very raw still, as we've seen. And it is what it is. But we lose him, those two guys, and we get Bejlicia, which is like kind of the insurance for losing KO, because basically Bejlicia has the same skills as KO. I won't expect too much from him first, guys. He is not in heat condition, and we know what heat conditioning is. Kelly O got to Kelly O is in the best shape of his life because of the heat, and hopefully this guy can catch up, and hopefully, but towards the end of the season and the playoffs, he's ready to contribute when called for. I really don't think he's going to be the guy that really takes over that role. I think that's what Trevor Ariza was. Yeah, and if you guys don't know, we got Trevor Ariza too, because they traded Myers Leonard away to OKC, which OKC waived him recently. And we got Trevor Ariza now, who I think it's gonna be a slow thing, a slow burn, but I think he's slowly gonna become really, really good for us and be inserted in the starting lineup and be that Jay Crowder player that we needed. And that's great. And then we got Bejlicia as our backup, and then the Heat are still playing the buyout market. Bejlicia is the insurance. At least we got another shooter, big, that can kind of handle the ball. And if you guys remember the game against the Kings where he went off, the skills are there. I just don't think he's heat conditioned ready to go out there and contribute 100%. It is what it is. And now to the coup de grace, the one that we all were happy to see. Last minute trade. It was at the last minute. Victor Oladipo, who is looking a lot better. He's on my fantasy team. So I've been watching him. Yes, he's not a great field goal percentage right now. Shooting not the greatest in the 40 percentile, 33% in threes. But recently, in the last couple of weeks, since trade talk started ramping up, he's put his stuff together. He's shooting really well. He's rebounding, like Tyler Hero rebounds. He's getting assists, so he's playmaking, which is something we really were missing. And then it's the defensive stats. A couple of steals and trying to block. He gets a couple of blocks. So that's going to be huge because we really need that. Of course, because of losing Avery Bradley, we needed something like that. And hopefully Victor Oladipo is able to bring that. And what I like about the Victor Oladipo thing is that we didn't give up Tyler, we didn't give Goran, and we didn't give Kendrick Nunn. So it allows a little bit of a buffer, a little bit of cushion for Victor Oladipo to come in, take his time, be acclimated the right way, and we don't have to rely on him 100% right now to do whatever he needs. But he needs to grow into that towards the end by the end of the season and be ready for the playoffs. Because now Victor Oladipo is on a team where the lights are on us. We are now considered one of the top 4 teams in the East. So it's now or never. Put it together. You're a free agent next year. Yes, we got your rights, but doesn't mean we got to sign you. We still got money. Pat Riley does it again. He makes all these moves and keeps the cap flexibility for next season. This off-site season, this guy is a genius. Guys, Pat Riley is God. Simple as that. God, the greatest. If I am ever blessed to become a GM, which probably never happened, but if I'm ever blessed to become a GM of an NBA team, I hope to be Pat Riley when it comes to trades and stuff like that. Because it's amazing. He's amazing to see. He's really, really, really good at his job. Simple as that. He's just good at his job. He played chicken the whole time with everybody. I know a lot of Heat fans wanted Kyle Lowry. That price was too big for a 35-year-old guy that, yes, he's really, really good, but he's declining, all right? And we don't trade the future of Tyler Hero, who had a huge game last night, finally, because the pressure was off of if he's going to get traded or not. And he looked like the guy I've been telling you guys, the all-star, pulling up from deep three, being confident, making moves, doing all the little things. Guys, Tyler Hero. Don't trade Tyler Hero. You don't. You just don't do it because we got at least 4 to 5 more seasons with him. At least. Because we're going to do the rookie extension and we're going to take time, and Bam and him are going to be able to grow together. Yes, guys, you just don't let that go. You just don't. I will say real quickly, though, because we didn't trade Duncan Robinson or Kendrick Nunn, we'll see who gets paid. Honestly, I think Pat Riley is looking at both of those guys and going, hey, you tell me who I need to pay. It's up to you. Kendrick Nunn has a higher hill to climb because of Victor Oladipo. And if Goran Dragic's healthy, I don't think Kendrick's in the rotation. It's going to be Goran, Duncan, Tyler, and Victor in the guard rotation, and spot minutes for Kendrick Nunn, if that. So Kendrick's going to have to really excel. And I think the reason we didn't trade Kendrick Nunn is just to have that insurance. If one of those guys go down, Goran, Tyler, Victor, we have Kendrick Nunn, who knows the system, who's playing not the greatest recently, but has played very well this season for the most part, and can still contribute. So that's great. That's great. He had the experience of last year too. So it's just honestly Pat Riley doing Pat Riley things and being great. So what do I give this grade for the Heat? It's 100% an A+, because of the flexibility, because of what you gave up, and because of what you got back, and because of what potentially you can add more to. It's win-win, A+ all the way, and simple as that. And now, if you guys want to hear me comment on any other trades, I would say the only significant thing I think that really happened was the Bulls getting Vooch from the Magic. That's crazy. They're going to compete for the playoffs now. Do I think they're a contender now? No way, no shape, no how. They don't have a point guard that's ready. They don't have any other supporting cast other than Zach LaVine that's ready for a bigger role and ready to really attack the playoffs. I mean, because of all that, they're not going to go that far, but they're going to be an interesting team to watch in the East moving forward. So that's great for them. And then any of that, I don't think any of the contenders got better. Evan Fournier to the Celtics, who cares? They needed size, and they didn't get the right size, in my opinion, with Wagner. I'm trying to think of other trades. It doesn't matter. None of these trades, I don't think, change the landscape as much as Victor Oladipo to Miami. So there it is, guys. It's simple as that. We can finally stop thinking about all this stuff, this is our roster. We might get LaMarcus Aldridge or somebody else, so look out for that. But this is our roster, and this is what we need to root for, and that's it. Now we don't talk about contracts. Now we don't talk about players and fit. This is our Miami Heat. Now we have to cheer on them with pride and with as much as we got, because this is what is going to compete for our next championship right here. And I love it. I love that we didn't give up Precious, because Precious is raw, and I think you can still trade him for potentially something better than Kyle Lowry. I think that there was talks that Precious was in that trade, or maybe Duncan Robinson was in that trade. I don't know. It's not really out there too much. You can't believe everything you read. Somebody could just say something else, whatever it is, what it is. But guys, you can't hate on this roster right now. If you're hating, you're crazy. We got Iggy still. We got Gore. Guys, we still got KZ, we're developing. We still got our two-way players who who continue to show flashes of, if we need them, they're not a bad option to go to. If we get injury bugs, it's not a bad option to go to, at least to mitigate whatever we lose. I still think we need a big guy, but man, that's perfect, because I did not want to trade for LaMarcus Aldridge. I don't know how many of you guys, I was reading on Heat Twitter and Bleacher Report and all this other stuff, communities, that you would trade whatever for LaMarcus Aldridge. I was like, you guys are crazy, because let's be real, guys. He's not moving the best. He's not LaMarcus Aldridge all-star. It's LaMarcus Aldridge past 35 years old. That's who he is. It's not going to be this crazy great player. I love it. And that's all I'm going to say about our moves. Get ready for Victor. It's going to be fun to watch. Get ready for Bejlicia, but don't expect too much. Get ready for our next signing. But guys, I think this was the best thing that could have happened. Honestly, I love that we kept our shooters. Now, I love it. It's just perfect. It's perfect, and I think Jimmy and everyone is gonna use this to rally and really come out when we're in full speed. So it's gonna be awesome. Now, what's going on with the Heat? We were on 11. We won 11 out of 12 before our recent 4 or 5 game losing streak, unfortunately, and it sucks because we're dropping in the standings. Right now, we're in 7th place, sitting at 22 and 23. Behind the Atlanta Hawks at 22 and 22, New York Knicks who are 23 and 22, and Charlotte Hornets who are 22 and 21. And I think we need to fight for that 4th spot, which will be good, because we're probably going to end up playing the Sixers, the Bucks, or the Nets. I'm hoping we play the Bucks. I hope they're number 1, so then we can play the Bucks in the second round again and expose the Giannis thing and beat them outright once more. So that's me, and I don't want to do no playing games. So God, please don't put us in the playing games. That's just me. But I think we're gonna figure it out, guys. It's a little wonky right now. It sucks that we are not in their best mode. But I think a lot of it was trade talks were in our players' heads. They weren't feeling comfortable. They didn't know what to do. Who's getting traded. It was reported that Duncan Robinson came out and said that he didn't know if he should take a pregame nap yesterday because he thought he was going to get traded. So there's a lot of things in the air, and I think now, especially last night, showed that all these players can now relax and just do their job and have fun and play Heat basketball and try to go another run at this, which is what we all wanted at the end of the day, what we all needed at the end of the day, right? This is all we wanted and needed at the end of the day. So perfect. Thank you. But we'll see. We got a little bit of a schedule ahead of us, which is fine. We're gonna figure it out. But I think the Heat are gonna turn this around. I think we're gonna figure it out. And I think the number one thing I want you guys to watch in this, it really falls on Spo. Spo needs to figure out how to make this all work for our team. Because now with Victor Oladipo, someone who is more effective with the ball in his hands, just like Bam and just like Jimmy Butler, how do we find those moments that he's more effective? So I think another thing he needs to really figure out how to do is, how does Oladipo make Hero and Duncan Robinson better? Because those are the guys that we know if the switch flips and they go back to how they were playing last season in the bubble and before that and all of last season, then that's it. You're gonna start seeing some wins. You're gonna start seeing some good things. And yes, I get that in 11 when we won 11 out of 12, there were a lot of bad teams, but there's more bad teams in the NBA than good teams, so you have to win those games. And then you have to win a couple of the really hard games. And then the playoffs is when you really test it. So don't pay no attention to that. That's what a good team's supposed to do. You're supposed to beat on the bad teams, and then you go 50-50 on the really good teams. Unless you're a great team, then you just whomping everybody. But I don't think there is a great team this season. The Nets look great, but if they're healthy, they're not looking healthy. I'm not scared of the Bucks. I'm not scared of the Sixers. I'm not scared of the Celtics. I'm not scared of the Lakers. I'm not scared of anybody in the NBA. So let's figure this out, and let's do it right, and let's make a crack at it. And Spo is the key, honestly. Spo is the key. I know Spo had a lot of stuff. I bet he had a lot of input into this, and he got the players that he thought he could use to work around. And I think that's another reason that buyout market's gonna be important, because he's gonna have a big vocal input in that and say, I think this is the guy I need in my system to make sure these guys are playing at their best. Simple as that. Simple as that. So let's keep an eye on that, guys. But other than that, we're gonna do fine. We're gonna do great. No worries. So let's go. I'm excited. I'm a Heat fan again. I'm always a Heat fan. What the hell am I saying? We're Heat fans. We're ready. Thank God. All right, Heat fans. Love ya. Thank you all for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, any thoughts. Hit them up in the comment section. I know I haven't been coming out with videos very much. This is my first video in the last week and a half, maybe. So if you guys want up-to-date reactions, if you guys want to see my reactions and know what I'm doing and know what I'm saying and just in real time, follow my Twitter at HeatBlogspot. Simple as that. At HeatBlogspot on Twitter. I'm always on there on every game. I'm always commenting on every game. Throughout the whole game, I'm there commenting. Anything the Heat do, I'm commenting. Most likely any NBA things I'm commenting on. And you can reach out to me there. We can communicate, talk. It's all good. You can hit me up on Facebook too. I'm not so active on that, but you can. HeatBlogspot there. If you like, email me, heatblogspot@gmail.com. It's all good. But again, Twitter is the main thing. And then, of course, here on the YouTube channel is where you get all my videos. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Hit me up with your questions. Hit me up with your comments. I thank you guys for following me still. Keep it up. If you guys can, share this. Thank you very much. All right, I'm out, guys. It's Friday. Gotta go to work soon. Deuces, have a great weekend. We are back. We're gonna take this. Let's go. Victor, thank you for coming. And we're out. Peace.